Hello Pumpkin Patch and welcome back to Days of Halloween. Hope you are ready for day one of Haunted House Day. We have 2 days of haunted house movies to bring to you. I hope you're excited because I'm excited. I'm so excited I'm wearing my Haunted Mansion shirt and James's Haunted Mansion hat. Alright, let's get into it. For our classic movie of the day, we've selected Amityville Horror from 1979, based on a book by Jay Anson, and it's set in a haunted house, of course. Amityville Horror is based on alleged true events that happened in a house in Amityville, New York. The movie is about the Lutz family. It stars James Brolin and Margot Kidder as the patriarch and the matriarch of the family, and they move into a house a year after a murder was committed, and they start to experience some bizarre events in the house. They get progressively worse as time goes on, and I don't want to give too much away because I want you guys to watch it and enjoy it. There's some controversy as to whether those events actually ever happened, but I'll leave you guys to watch the movie or possibly read the book and decide for yourselves. It's definitely a classic. I'll leave the rest as a mystery. In 1979, the year it was released, it became the highest grossing film ever distributed by an independent film house. And it held that title all the way until 1990 when it was unseated by Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I like turtles. If you haven't seen that video on YouTube, you should look it up because it's hilarious. I like turtles. To move on to our overlooked horror movie, we chose 2015's Hell House LLC. Now this movie is one I really enjoy, and I hope that you guys are going to watch it and enjoy it as much as I did. It's a found footage movie, and it's about a group of friends who go to Abaddon, New York, and start a haunted house. As they're constructing the haunted house, they start to experience a series of strange events happening, but they press on because they really want to open this haunted house, and they're led by one significant character who just pushes on and says, we have to continue because we have to open this haunted house. The rest of the movie is about what happens after that. Again, I don't want to give too much away. I want you guys to watch this movie and really enjoy it. And it was written and directed by Stephen Cognetti. I've never met Stephen Cognetti. I don't know him, but I will tell you that the dialogue that is written in this movie is masterfully crafted. The conversations that are had between the characters in the movie is very realistic and very much like the conversations that James and I have with our friends. I cannot say enough good things about the way the dialogue was crafted in this movie, and it was one of the things I enjoyed the most about it. It was definitely done on a small budget. The thought and care put into it was really amazing. So I hope that you guys enjoy it as much as I do. There are 2 sequels. They're both Shudder exclusive. This is a movie that's worth your time, worth your effort. I think that you guys will enjoy this movie a lot. You'll be extremely thankful for a new horror movie that you can watch that maybe you haven't seen before. That's exciting. For our Halloween in between movie for day one of Haunted House Day is Poltergeist, which was released in 1982. Directed by Tobe Hooper. It was produced by Steven Spielberg. You may know Tobe Hooper because he also directed Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Steven Spielberg chose Tobe Hooper to direct this movie because, well, 2 reasons really. He could not direct the movie himself because he was under contract with E.T., and so he wasn't allowed to direct another movie until E.T. was complete. And he also is a fan of horror, and so he selected Tobe Hooper just based on his other horror cred. Steven Spielberg really wanted the movie to be a little more sci-fi, more like Close Encounters of the Third Kind, but Tobe Hooper suggested that they do it more like a ghost story, and so they went with that angle, and that's how we got Poltergeist. But I really think you guys will enjoy this movie. I hope you guys watch and really enjoy Poltergeist, and leave us some comments down below and tell us what you think about it, or if you were scared of it as a child. I know a lot of people watched this movie when they were very young and were very haunted by it, so I'd love to know what you guys think. Our kids' pick of the day is the 2001 animated classic, Spirited Away. Spirited Away is about a family who's moving to a new home, and they go through a tunnel and encounter an abandoned theme park. The daughter in the story does not want to go into this abandoned theme park and explore it, but her dad does. I understand that, because in this situation, I feel like I'm kind of her dad. If I encountered an abandoned theme park, I'd want to go into. Again, leave me some comments down below if you would go into an abandoned theme park and explore it, because I know that I would. Also, this movie involves pigs, and I don't want to give too much away, but it's a kids movie that involves pigs that's not Babe and not Charlotte's Web. So that's something, right? It's a Miyazaki movie. Miyazaki made this movie based on one of his friend's 10-year-old daughters. He thought he hadn't told a story about a 10-year-old girl, so he really wanted to bring that to life in an interesting way. Spirited Away won an Oscar for Best Animated Feature, and also it has a 97% Rotten Tomatoes score, which is pretty amazing. So a lot of people really enjoy this movie, and I hope that you enjoy it too and that your kids enjoy it. But I think this is a movie that really can appeal to all ages of people. And our haunted house of the day is Cutting Edge in Fort Worth. I almost said Fort Worth, Florida. Is there a Fort Worth in Florida? Our haunted house of the day is Cutting Edge in Fort Worth, Texas. It is in a part of Fort Worth that is often called Hell's Half Acre. In 2015, it was named by the Guinness Book of World Records as the world's largest haunted house and the world's largest walk-through haunted house. Cutting Edge in Fort Worth, I almost said Fort Worth, Florida again. What is wrong with me today? Cutting Edge is set in a meatpacking plant that's 100 years old. They still use some of the meatpacking equipment as part of their haunted house. It's pretty creepy. James and I haven't been there, but it's one of the places on our list of places to go. The average guest spends 55 minutes inside the haunted house, which is incredible, and I'm sure that that adds to the creep factor as well. Cutting Edge was also named one of the top 13 haunted houses in the past by Haunt World magazine and also by US Airways magazine. If an airline says it's spooky, it must be? I don't know. Leave me some comments down below if you live in Fort Worth, Florida. I think that's all for today, Pumpkin Patch. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and make sure you mash that notification bell down below. Stalk us on all the social media, and stay tuned because we have a video coming out every day in October with 4 movies and 1 haunted house for you. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and please let me know down in the comments what you think. If you've been to Cutting Edge, also, I'd love to know more about it. So let us know. Thanks so much for watching. I know I've said enjoy a bunch of times. I'm sure that's gonna make, I'm gonna take a look at my notes again. I'm sure that's gonna make the blooper reel a lot. I'm gonna do that all again. You can choose which one you want. It, as there, goodness, water, need water. And it's, which was set in 1970, not set in 1979. Highest grossing, youngest daughter poltergeist. Sorry about that. Involves pigs coming night, which is a thing that I obviously can't say. One moment. And that was the wrong movie too. Goodness. I need to look at my notes a little bit here. This is one of the can't talk today. It's a good day to film.